So what if humanity's biggest choice wasn't really between good and evil, but between, say, comfortable nothingness and dangerous greatness? Today, we're diving into one of philosophy's most intense ideas, not with some dry lecture, but through a really powerful story, a parable told by Friedrich Nietzsche himself.
And this quote, this is the whole thing right here. In his book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche gives us this incredible image. And it's more than just poetry. It's like a diagnosis of the entire human condition. It's about our potential, our peril, and that huge, gaping abyss that's always right there beneath us.
So, who's the one delivering this heavy message? Well, our story kicks off with a prophet named Zarathustra. He's been living in solitude up in the mountains for a decade, and he finally comes down to share a pretty vital and frankly dangerous teaching with the rest of humanity.
I want you to picture this. You're in a busy town square. There's a big crowd, but they're not looking at our prophet, Zarathustra. Nope, everyone is looking up. Way up high, a tightrope walker is just starting this incredibly risky journey on a rope stretched between two tall towers.
For Zarathustra, this isn't just some street performance, it's the perfect living metaphor. He sees it, points up to the sky, and basically shouts to the crowd that they are that rope, that humanity itself is this dangerous, shaky crossing, just suspended between what we were, our primal past, and what we could be. And right then and there, with this amazing visual playing out in real time, he gives the crowd, and by extension, us, a massive choice. It's a choice between two completely different destinies for humankind. A really scary warning about what we might just settle for, and this breathtaking vision of what we could actually become. Okay, so first, the warning. Zarathustra paints this picture of a future that he calls the most contemptual thing you could possibly imagine. This is the age of the last man. So who is this last man? Well, he's basically a creature of pure comfort. He's discovered happiness, sure, but it's a really shallow, risk-free kind of happiness. There's no big ambition, no struggle, no real desire for anything more than just a peaceful, bland existence. As Zarathustra puts it, he maketh everything small. And here's where it gets really chilling. The biggest danger in this world is this crushing conformity. In the last man society, being an individual, having the desire to be different or to achieve something great, that's treated like you're sick. The best thing you can be is just like everybody else. So how does the crowd react to this vision? You'd think they'd be horrified, right? Not a chance. They cheer. They absolutely roar with approval. They start yelling at Zarathustra, "Give us this last man! Make us into these last men!" They are actively, enthusiastically choosing comfort over any kind of challenge. But see, that's not the only option on the table. Zarathustra offers another path entirely. He presents the goal, what he calls the meaning of the earth, the ideal of the Superman. Okay, and this is super important. The Superman, or Übermensch, is not a superhero in a cape. It has nothing to do with genetics or physical strength. It's an ideal. It's something for humanity to strive for. It represents a person who's achieved complete self-mastery, someone who creates their own meaning instead of just accepting it, and who embraces all of life. So, what does this ideal person look like? Well, it all starts with self-overcoming, that constant push to go beyond your own limits. Then it means becoming a creator of values, forging your own moral compass instead of just following the herd. It demands an affirmation of life, which means saying yes to all of it, the good, the bad, the joy, and the suffering. And all of this is fueled by the will to power. Now, that's not about dominating other people. It's that deep internal drive to grow, to create, and to master yourself. I mean, the contrast couldn't be more clear. Where the last man just wants comfort, the Superman embraces the struggle. Where one conforms, the other creates. It's a choice between being apathetic and being passionate, between just staying put and constantly trying to overcome. So how do you even start a journey like this? Well, for that, we have to go back to the rope. We have to look at the perilous crossing itself. Zarathustra talks about this two-step process. The first step is the downgoing. And this is the tough part. It's where you take a hard, honest look at yourself, confront your own mediocrity, and decide to reject the easy path. It's only after that difficult descent that you can begin the overgoing, that continuous, lifelong journey of striving and creating. But just as Zarathustra is laying out this incredible ideal, something awful happens. High above the crowd, the rope dancer,
our living symbol for striving humanity, gets startled by a figure behind him. He loses his balance, and he falls, crashing down into the square below.
So, is that it? Does this just prove the whole journey is pointless? Not even close. For Zarathustra, this is where the real lesson is. The fall itself holds the most profound meaning. The danger is the point. See, the fall doesn't mean the ideal itself is a failure. What it really is a powerful symbol of just how hard this journey is. It shows us that striving for something greater is incredibly fragile, and it comes with massive risks. Not everyone who tries is going to make it across. And this brings us to the ultimate lesson of the whole parable. Zarathustra goes to comfort the dying rope dancer, who says that he made danger his calling. And Zarathustra tells him his life had immense value precisely because of that courage. The meaning isn't found in getting to the other side safely. The meaning is found in the courageous act of getting on the rope in the first place.
And that, of course, brings the choice right back to us. The parable is over, but the metaphor is still hanging there. That rope is stretched out in front of every single one of us. On one side is the path to the comfortable, safe, passionless last man. On the other is the dangerous, meaningful journey toward becoming something more. So, which way are you going?